Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Everquest Old School. And on tonight's episode, I am joined by the talented Warrior.
Zoom the Barbarian!
And we have another character with us that you might not recognize. We did one video with him so far. And if you want to introduce yourself.
Duthraka, the Insane Nomi.
Now tell them what class you're playing, what kind of made you pick that character, like what was the idea, the storyline behind that character.
Well, he's a gnome necro. You can inspect me and see on my little info page. I have it. He was found in the mountains, unknown parents, and he is completely insane, kind of like Smeagol, with his precious. um, he likes to feast on being souls and their life force, and just likes to kill things.
A total
So,
D&D storyline there, guys.
Yeah, how much fun? Yeah, backstory. I like to hear
Yeah.
that. That's cool.
Now, for you brought up Lord of the Rings there, and I was actually watching that the other night. It was on TV. It was real late. It was like 3 in the morning. I was watching the first one. And then I caught something that I had never caught before, which was...
Syphilis?
No, if you watch the original movies that they're coming out with, like
Messed
the
up.
Hobbits, you know, maybe not the original movies, but they're the Hobbits are the ones that took place before...
Yeah, the prequels.
Yeah, that took place before the Lord of the Rings. You know, it shows that the wizard, Gandalf, is there with, what's his name, Bilbo Baggins or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Photo, but yeah, it's Bilbo. You're
Yeah,
right.
for like 100 years ago. And then he looks the exact same at the beginning of Lord of the Rings, or actually he looks a little bit younger, actually, because, of course, it
But
was shot
he's
first.
not human, though.
What is he? That's what I was going to ask you. Like, what
Gandalf
how's...
is an Eldamari or something like that. They're a race that exists outside of the realm, but they've come like it's the same as the brown wizard and the same as the white wizard that turns to the side of Saruman. They are special beings. Like if
Sauron?
is it Sauron or Saruman?
I don't
Yeah,
know, but why...
Saruman.
Why would they make him out to be
Sorry.
like a joke then? Like in some of the other ones, they like, okay, Gandalf was not really held in high esteem, and the brown wizard or whatever out in the jungle or the forest or whatever was seen even in less light. And I'm like, if you're these supreme beings, why are there even, you know, why would anybody look down at you?
You'd have to ask Tolkien, man, because I
Oh,
don't
so they never
understand
explained
either.
it in the
I don't-
books.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
understand it either, but yeah.
But the only reason I asked is because you guys have read the book, so I figured maybe they explained that in one of those books out
It's
there.
just like certain lines of magic are looked down on. Like the Brown Wizard, he was more of a naturist.
Yeah, he was like a
And they
druid
even
almost.
mentioned in the
Yeah.
movies how he likes to eat of the herb.
Yeah.
Well, what was Gandalf then?
Well, Gandalf.
He was
Gandalf
Gandalf
was also
the Grey.
he was the Grey for a while, and then he killed the Balrog.
Right,
and
but
he,
what was his specialty?
he
Like
gained
all
an
I ever...
experience level, and he became Gandalf the White.
I
you know,
get
'cause-
that, but I mean, what was his thing? Like he was in nature, but he
Yeah,
wasn't against it. You know,
he
he
stood
Tolkien underplayed
stood
him. I
between
mean,
light and darkness.
yeah.
He
But
wasn't.
supposedly he was a lot stronger than he ever let himself on to be. You know, and he
yeah, because he
communicate with the eagles and stuff like that.
they
and-
almost made him look like he wasn't you know, magic at all. Like in the first one, he was just using like tricks of the trade to kind of fool people into believing he actually had magical powers. It wasn't until later on that he like blown like went into like magical powers. Like even at the Hobbit one, when he for those spoiler alert guys, for those of you who have not seen that, you might want to go ahead and fast forward for this. But
Yeah,
when he you know, meets the those trolls in the daylight and he breaks that rock, he does it with just his staff hitting in
Yep.
the exact right spot, but he doesn't use a spell. And I'm like, you know, if he's this big powerful wizard, he would have used a spell and just be done with it. So they kind of underplay him in that regard. I
But
just
he
figured
did use magic.
not really. I mean, maybe, but maybe not. It could have been just the fact that the sun was coming up at the right
Holy
angle,
crap, your pet just got aggro.
and that he hit that rock right where the crack was at the right angle, at the right amount of force, you know, and he crack it.
That's the kind of magician that he was. Is he wasn't a spellcaster. He would use the natural magic.
Later on, he was. Later on, when he fought creatures, he was using real spells, and he was like
Right,
blowing crap up
because
and
he
stuff.
changed into Gandalf the White.
So I guess you know, I wondered why he was able to live 100 years plus and still look the same age, because I never even noticed that. I just like, oh yeah, you know, same actor, same movies. Oh, watch out, sand giant behind you guys. Might want to pull it back just slightly. Because you can fight it in the water. You don't have to be directly on the
No.
beach.
Sand giants.
Yeah,
Arrgh.
they're a nuisance, man. I'm really
Hey, somebody get
surprised.
this crit mummy off of my ass.
I'm
I'm
really
standing right here next
All
to
right, stand
Thune.
still. Stand still. Let me.
I have
Let me
been.
talk.
and we do apologize for the language, guys. We try to cut that back as much as possible,
Yeah,
but
sorry, but he's definitely giving me hemorrhoids here.
Somebody upset him.
I'm really surprised we haven't seen Lockjaw. I mean, usually he would spawn and just
I
wipe the
haven't seen
floor with
him.
everybody.
Yeah, I haven't. I've been in Oasis quite a bit, and I haven't seen him. So, is he not spawning? Did they turn down the spawn rate? Did he not spawn that much back in the day? It seemed like every time I ran past the docks, and in the old days, he was out here killing people.
I thought I remember that being the case too. Like I remember him being a friggin' nuisance that so often,
Yeah.
you would have to like stop doing what you were doing just to like band together 3 or 4 groups along the beach to kill that guy because he was just wiping the floor with everybody. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I have seen him a couple times, but I haven't seen him
Yeah.
as much as he was in the old days. So
At least he's still out there then, because I
I do
haven't seen him.
believe he's a spawned creature.
he is a spawn creature. You kill enough crocodiles here on the beach, and he will
Yeah.
eventually spawn in one of their places. And he's really, really tough to fight. But I know, I guess maybe it's just not as camped as it used to be. Like there used to be like 3 or 4 groups along the beach killing every single every mob in this
Oh.
whole zone was killed the moment it spawned. And that's what made it kind of difficult early on to figure out what were the spawn timers in certain zones. It's like, okay, to only kill the crocodiles. We'll tell everybody else that. Like everybody else is killing everything. So you'll see a creature spawn really often, and then later on when the zone kind of dies down, not a lot of people there, they're like, how do we get this guy to spawn? He's not spawning nearly as often. And it could just be something very simple, but very hard to figure out. Like, there's one little guy standing in one corner, and if you kill him, it increases the chance that he'll spawn. And somebody has to figure that out. Nowadays, you can go online, and a lot of that information is available to you. But in the old days, people had to
Yeah,
sit
it was
there,
tough.
yeah, and experiment, and then talk to each other and be like, "Well, I tried this, and it seemed like he spawned more often than not, than the way I was doing it before." But a lot of the time, you can't tell. There's a lot of random factors in this game. Like for the flowing black silk sash that drops in Lower Guck. It was a very highly sought after belt that added haste to you, and a lot of the
I
time
still want one.
but a lot of the time you'd hear people going over to that zone and sitting there for days and never seeing one spawn or drop. They'd see the other loot that he has over and over and over again. And then you'd hear about somebody else who went there for like an hour and saw like 3 drop.
4 times in a row. or
Yeah,
something like that.
and got each one of them or something like that. And it's just like, holy crap, like why couldn't I get that? So there's a huge part of that that's just random that you
I
can't
used to
control.
farm those for my pets.
That would just be heartbreaking to see you see anybody give that to a pet. Even
Everybody said I was
Instant
nuts with stuff
rage.
I'd give to my pets.
yeah, I would never be able to give something like that to a pet. Even I mean later on when Everquest came out with more and more and more expansions, they replaced that with better and better stuff. So maybe on one of those expansions you'd be like, oh, nobody even comes to this zone. I'll walk in here and kill it, give it to my pet, okay. But, growing up, actually playing the game and seeing how valuable those items are, I don't think I could ever mentally get over that and be like, oh, let me just throw it away. Like, those things were one of the highest priced items in the game for a very, very long time.
I would
Oh, Liar just sent me a tail.
I'd get one, give it to my pet, and then
bring
stay
'em in,
there,
man.
farm up another one, and then just sit there and farm the zone. And then the next time I log on, I would go to where I'm planning to get myself a necro item, and then I would give my pet it, which would
Sand
make,
giant behind you, man.
Beef.
Come to the beach, come to the beach.
you
There
know,
we go.
I just looked at it as most of the time I was soloing, so I had to do it all by myself anyway.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, there's a lot of ways you can play. Some people prefer to solo. Some people prefer to be in groups.
Oh,
I've always been group person myself, but
I loved a group, but everybody used to do well, you're a necro, you're only good at soloing.
see, I never saw that in any of the groups I've ever been in. Like Necros, yeah, you were fantastic at soloing, but on the rare occasion you actually wanted to find a group, people were like, heck yeah, get you in here because you're as good as like 5, 6 people all by yourself.
Yeah, you can give mana to the clerics and stuff like that. You can
DPS
break
up the
DPS.
yin yang. You got pets
Yeah,
of your
pet
own.
class,
You
yeah.
can mez to a certain extent. You can charm.
Crowd
I mean,
control.
yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm amazed that you guys see that
Everybody
because
saw that back in the day. It was actually
Oh,
reverse
yeah.
on the servers I was
most
playing.
of the time I would try to get a group, people would turn me up for other people. Like, they would say that a bard is better in a group, which, yes, actually they are. Or they would turn me up
Depends
for
on
a
what you
second
need.
cleric.
I wouldn't say anything is better than something else in a group. It depends on like the group makeup and the skill of the players that are in there. If you got a really sucky cleric that's not very good, you may want a secondary backup to help him out
A
rather than
bard
something
is
else.
a
Yeah.
god in a group.
Yeah, I
That's
always liked having bards, man. The mana
that's their whole
song,
niche.
you
Yeah,
know, yeah,
their whole niche is no
mana
matter what
battery.
group they're in, they make everybody freaking insane. They give you haste
The
that
fighting
stacks on
songs and stuff like
everybody
that.
else's
Yeah,
haste.
bards are
They give
great.
you, yeah, the hit point mana song. I mean, they give you all this stuff that stacks on top of everything else. They put every class into overdrive. So yeah, they're great in a group.
Well, yeah. So are necros though, because we just named all the stuff they can do, and so are clerics, and so are
Yep.
shamans.
Yeah.
Everybody's good in a group in some way.
Druids are the one that my druids are the one that got turned down for groups when I actually would go look for them.
Yeah,
That's the
because
class, yeah.
because they're not.
Even though we were the best, dude, druids are the best guys.
You know, there's nothing wrong with the druid. Druids are fine. It's just as far as groups go, your heals really aren't that great, and your
No, they
damage
suck.
isn't really that great compared to other classes. Again, this is all compared to other classes. By themselves, they're very, very good. But the heals compared to shamans or especially clerics, not even going to compete with clerics. Their damage not going to compete with wizards or necromancers. Their snare is a nice thing to have, but it's not really enough to get them into the group if they have somebody else to pick from. And in the old days, you always had tons and tons of people to pick from. So, yeah, druids are one of those classes that if you like playing solo and you never want to have the option to be in a group, probably going to go with that one. Because at least with the necros, they always had the option. In fact, like I was going to say, on my server, it was the other way around. Anytime you wanted to find a necro and bring them into your group for something that was really difficult, where it would actually help to have a necro, they're always like, no. In fact, if you guys aren't going to hunt there, I'll take the room by myself. And it's like, oh, come on, man. Seriously? We got 5 people here, and you're going to be like, no, I don't want to join you so I can keep the room for myself. Like, you're a little punk, right? Just because you can, So, yeah, that was the reverse. That's what I always ran into, and
Yeah, that's funny. That's very, very funny because I've done that a few times.
yeah, because you guys can. I mean, you have the ability if you're good enough with your class.
No, it wasn't I'm not going to group with you and I'll take it by myself. It's I would sit there waiting for a group to finish and they would wipe a few times.
Oh, and then you take the room.
While they're getting all
they're close to
their
dock,
corpse
yeah.
and everything, I would break the camp for them by myself and they all be like, you're a dick.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. They're a very highly powerful class, all of their own right. They do have some shortcomings, and that's what every class has. Every class has like their Achilles heel that they're just not good at certain mobs.
Guys, reform the group. I'm dropping to get cleric buffs.
Are you the leader?
Just make somebody else the leader.
Yeah, you're kicking people out here.
Yeah,
Am I?
just make somebody else the leader.
Okay. Get back whoever that was that I kicked out.
I don't know. It was the enchanter.
I can't invite him. I'm not the leader.
Yeah, you gotta make one of us the leader. Actually, you kicked 2 people out.
Dang it.
We'll make somebody before they freak out.
I gotta target you.
No, you don't. You just gotta do / make leader.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay, so who else got kicked out?
I just
Just the enchanter.
Dude man.
Are we getting the rogue to come help us out as well, or?
We got a full group, man.
No, we don't have a full group now.
We
got a
will
free
when
spot.
we get back. Yeah, when we get back, we will.
Why? Who left? It was just you, right?
Yeah, no, it was me and the monk.
Oh, okay. What's up?
You're the leader, and they're talking about trying to get a warrior or a monkin. So I just figured you'd want to give.
Yeah, and Makar was already a part of the group, and so.
I don't see anything about them talking about getting a monk back in.
Inquisition.
Oh,
Imokar,
she was,
yeah.
yeah, she was just talking about the enchanter. Because they came together.
Oh, right, right.
Let me know when you guys get back. We'll go ahead and invite you, because these guys are getting antsy. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and
You
we're
should have...
getting more and more people
Tell them we're
hunting
getting
right in
cleric
front.
buffs.
Yeah, but I mean, you should have let them know that before you left. I mean, they know that now because I let them know. But anytime you guys are gonna leave a group, I'm not just talking about you. I'm talking to the viewers. Anytime you're gonna leave a group or go and do something that's going to affect the group, let the group know so that they will save first you a spot when you get back. Because it may just seem that you left, and when you come back, your spot's filled. Because as you can see, there's people sitting along the beach here. They could fill it very, very easily. And two, it helps them know that, oh, I could take a break here for a second and go to the bathroom, go get something to drink, whatever the case may be, because you're doing something, instead of just like, oh, okay, I'm going to let you guys sit there and I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Just let them know, because everybody has to take a break once in a while. And, just stretch their legs or do something, especially if you're going to be on for a long period of time.
Yep.
Yeah, so our cleric is running around. She's getting very... Oh, here she goes. She's pulling.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Some people cannot sit still. Like, they want that constant experience, and if the tank decides to leave,
Well,
they're taking it upon
Imokar did
themselves.
say something about the buffs and stuff like that. And so that's
Can I
where
have
we
Spirit of
went
Wolf
right
really,
after,
really quickly? Because
right
I'm
after we left. He did say something about cleric buffs. So.
I didn't hear a word either one of you guys said.
I asked for Spirit of Wolf really quick because I'm going to need it in a second.
Okay, yeah, I'll give that to you, man. What was that, Thune?
Basically, Imokar did say something about the
Coming back?
he did say something about the cleric buffs on the docks. Yeah. So, and we both left the group right after he said it too. So.
Oh, okay, because I don't think anybody heard you on that one, because the cleric was like, what's going on?
Well, that was actually in group chat.
But I'm just saying I don't think they heard you. But yeah, as long as you guys say something, whether they see it or not, you can always be like, well, I said something. They can scroll back up to see it. But yeah, you kind of want to make sure.
Camp out. I'm bugged. I should have camped out before.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Well, I mean,
I'm actually not gonna leave the Skype call or anything.
No. But I mean, if somebody leaves, we can get that rogue in here and maybe go over to another place. I mean, with the four of us, we could probably do something there.
Oh yeah, I wish Logan would have been on with the Berenstain. We could have done orcs and high pass, and I've been wanting to show people that for a while.
Yeah, and that weight reduction backpack would be nice to get for everybody.
Yeah. I just want to go in and kill some orcs, dude. I just want to kill orcs. So I don't know why. Don't ask me why, guys. I can't give you a definite.
When you get into those moods, man. When you get in those moods that you got to kill some. Yeah.
Orcs, dude.
I love root rot.
Is that what you're using right now?
Yeah, root rot's one of my favorites. For a druid, it's really, really effective.
Now, for those who don't know at home, go ahead and tell them what that spell does and who has that spell.
Oh, it's not a root rot. It's a way of killing mobs. You just root them and then you dot them and then you sit down and you watch them die while you get mana back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're just that's just soloing to me. Like that's what druids do.
The cleric is pulling, and then she's hitting it for a few minutes, and then she's rooting it, backing away, and sitting down. And I'm just throwing dots on it. Right. And then by the time you guys kill the one that you're on and come over to it, it's over halfway dead.
Right, but that's not something a cleric can normally do because they don't have dots themselves. If you weren't in the group with them, that wouldn't be possible for them. But for druids, definitely possible. For shamans, definitely possible.
Necros, but
Necros don't get root, so...
Yes, we do. Wait.
I don't think you do.
Don't we?
I don't think you do. You get slow... You get like the Dooming Darkness and you get your pet, but as far as I know, you don't get root. That would be way overpowered if they gave Necros root.
We do get root.
Do you? I think the only root that you get is for
undead.
undead.
It works very well though.
I think it's only for undead. Which I guess could be considered a root, but if it's not something that works on everybody, then I don't really consider it.
Well, then it would just be an undead root.
Right.
I do believe we do. Yes, we do. We get root at 34.
Wow, I did not know that. Wow, then you guys really are overpowered, man. That's freaking crazy. You guys got every powerful spell in the game, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay, yeah, I'll give you a toss.
Root, like I said, really is not.
Orc warrior, man. It's not effective for you because you can use your pets and all that other stuff, but...
A Necro's pet is actually about 40 to 45% of our DPS.
What
You
is
got.
she doing? Man, okay, she's just nuts.
Hey, she wanted some experience, man. She didn't want to sit here for too long, and it's actually good to do that at some times because some people will actually leave the group when the experience dies down. Like they won't be paying attention to what's going on. They will just be like, "Oh, nobody's doing anything. I'm out of here," and your group will start to fall apart. So you kind of want to make sure that there's a little bit of experience, even if it's like one every 3 minutes or one every 5 minutes. This might be a little bit too long. Maybe one every 3 minutes would probably be fine. Uh, but you know, if you don't do anything for like 10 minutes straight, people are like, okay, I'm out of here. So if you want to
Right.
keep the group together, you know, you may have to risk a little bit of damage using somebody else, like a cleric or somebody pulling. I hate to say that because I don't like pulling with my
You
cleric.
just occasionally pull one here and there, and then when the group's ready, you just
Go back to
chain.
town. Yeah, you start going back to
Yeah.
town on everything, just racking up that experience. And what were your experience when you first started it, guys? I am almost to level. Like I am literally probably, I don't
just
know. I
got
would
level
say like,
17. I'm already yellow in.
wow.
So yeah, the experience here is really, really decent.
No,
I'm like
It's
2
supposed to be
kills
bad.
away, maybe 3 kills away from leveling.
We're just killing so fast because we got so much DPS in the party and stuff. Too.
Yeah.
the XP kind of sucks for me.
Does it?
'Cause
What,
Yeah,
what
you
level are you?
I'm the lowest in the group. I'm 13.
Oh yeah, it's gonna
he's
suck
not
pretty
getting.
bad.
He's not getting a decent share. So
I'm not getting the greatest experience either, but it's still pretty fast considering we're killing so quickly. So
Yeah. Well, I've gotten 3.5 blue since we've been here.
in the last hour,
Yeah,
3.5 blue.
yeah.
it's awesome,
Wow.
dude. It's a great experience.
I was
Holy
gonna say
crap.
that sucks, man. Considering,
No, that sucks.
yeah, considering what Doom has already gotten, he's gotten his level and a whole bubble into it.
Uh,
Yeah, he's
what is this
wrecking
guy doing?
He's
the.
multi-kitey.
Oh, is he? Okay. Oh, he must be a wizard then.
I was gonna say too, guys. If you play a healer class, you'll see over here we have a warrior bragger sitting over here, and I remember this happening a lot in the old days. Warriors have tons and tons of hit points, and even if they use that bind wound
Hey, there's a
to
lion.
heal themselves. Oh yeah, there he is, guys. But yeah, even if they use that bind wound to heal themselves, they
Takes
really
forever.
can't. Yeah, it takes forever, and they really can't fight an entire fight like that sometimes at 50% health. And so they will constantly come over to groups and kind of sit there and heal up. One, because it's safer, because they know that you guys are there killing everything that would attack them. And two, occasionally, if the group is doing really well and the cleric has more power than he really needs, and there's my level, guys, level 16.
All right,
Yeah,
grass
they can
brother.
throw
Yeah.
Yeah,
they can
thank
throw
you.
the warrior a band-aid.
Yeah, they can throw the warrior a complete heal or just a little bit of healing every once in a while. It helps them out, and it also keeps the group that you're in a little safer because as long as he's nearby, then if you guys get into trouble or heaven forbid, you know, your whole group dies, at least he's down there to help you break the group or the room again because he has his armor.
Yeah.
And so making friends with people around you is a very, very good thing to do. So just keep that, guys, in mind when you're playing a hero class. You know, if you got the extra power, toss them a heal, you know. But if you have to decide between your group and somebody outside your group, obviously
Always
the choice, your group needs to come first on that regard. But, you know, if he's about to die and you have a little bit extra, if he's running into your room and as long as he's not training you, or if he is training you, as long as it's something you can handle and you're welcome the extra, you know, kills or something like that, which we did back in the day because everything would be camped. So if somebody brought something to your door, it was kind of like a gift. Here's something extra that you would not have normally have gotten. And it's because I've been camping this extra spot and they're my kills, but you're welcome to have them if you save my life. That's all said within like the first, you know, millisecond of them opening the door with like 4 mobs on their butt with only 1 bubble of life. But
Yeah.
I'd be so ingrained to help people out. The moment I saw them open the door, I'd click on them and toss them a complete heal, save them, and we all might die. And it sucked when that happened, but you know,
Get
it's
a
just
friend out of it.
yeah, and it's just one of those nice things to do. You know, like when somebody's suffering and they're about to die, if you can toss them a heal, why not, right? I mean, even if you die in the end. Usually it doesn't happen that way. Those are the rare extremes where you actually die or somebody else dies because of it. But the most of the time you'll end up saving their life and it will work out so much better for you in the end because you did that.
I've even been throwing him some of my health.
Right. I mean, you don't have to. I'm just saying like I got the extra power once in a while.
Oh,
so
I know.
so I've been helping him out, but he has so many friggin' hit points. I don't know what armor he has on him or what level he is.
Yeah, he's definitely twinked.
Yeah, but he is just he's actually blue to me, man. He's blue to me, and he has more hit points than Thum does right now. That is
Who
how
do-
many.
Actually, I just got a high level cleric buff, so I doubt he has higher level.
Well, maybe now. I'm just saying, like, before all those buffs, this guy has so much more. I've been healing him for the past, like, 10 minutes.
Oh, who,
And-
the monk?
No, the Bragor, the
Bragor.
warrior, just sitting over here looking for a group.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I haven't touched his hit points. Like, just barely touches his points every time I heal him. So,
Ogre power.
yeah, maybe he has those buffs on as well. Maybe that's the whole thing. If it is, that would explain it. Although, if he had those buffs on, he wouldn't need to come over here and sit down. Like, he could go off and do something else, even with, like, 20% life, because his 20% life is, like, 10 times more than he would normally have at that level.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but he is looking for groups, so he might be waiting for a slot to open up in our group.
He might be, but the fact that he's low on life probably means more like he's just...
Not anymore. He's up to 79%.
Yeah, he is now, but I'm just saying when he came
Ah,
over here, he
dude.
was at like 20%. So I'm sure he'll run
Enchanter.
off here in a second and just do some killing. Oh no, he got up and went over there, sat in the water. I guess he wants to take a little bath for a little while.
He
Yeah,
needs
right.
it if he's an ogre.
Hey,
Ogres don't bathe.
I was gonna say, no matter how much water he put on himself as an ogre, you're just gonna be that. You know, you can't get that smell off of you. Oh, there we go. We got a puma. No, that's somebody else.
I saw the puma running there. They like to get aggressive, man. The pumas, they nasty.
Oh crap! He wants us to pull it off. He's about to die. Grab it off of that guy.
Grab it off of who?
The blue guy, the chloroplast or whatever his name. Oh, I can't get it.
dude,
Nah.
He's on his own.
Grab him.
Yeah.
Grab it. Help him out.
He's on his
Here we
own.
go. I got the
No,
puma.
okay.
That.
You got the puma?
Yeah, I got the puma.
You got-
Okay, I got a heal on him. And this is exactly what I was talking about, guys. He was running around in circles hoping somebody would help him out. Otherwise, he would have to zone. And I guess he could, but he didn't want to have to zone it. It was used to be a big pain in the butt for people to zone. Mainly for the fact that it took so long
There
for it
goes
to
the
happen.
Channer again.
Yeah, he's just nuking. He's tossing his spell on. Actually, I don't know. The crocodile's down to 45% health. He's just throwing mad aggro.
There goes my pot.
Yeah, it's kind of rough, you know, where if he uses any sort of...
Oh,
He's
God.
getting his plug
Kazel.
kicked in too right now.
He's
What?
pulling Kazel to North Row.
Who's pulling Kazel? No.
Yeah, we don't want that
Kazel's
to
a
happen.
doom machine. Yeah, he's a way underconned raid mob.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys, because James is calling. I guess he wants to get on a Skype call, so we'll have him on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have him on. Yeah, sorry, I said his real name. Dang it. Just forget what I said, guys. Bushido Bull is his name. Yeah,
See,
but we're
now
going
you just made the connection for him. Jeez.
Well, so did...
Honey
yeah,
Brown. It's Honey Brown.
it's Honey Brown. There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to get him on the Skype call, guys, and we'll have him on the next episode. Even if he's not here in the group with us, we'll try to get him in as soon as possible. He's definitely the first one we'll bring in. It's kind of messed up that Bragger's been here a little bit longer, and so he should be technically first. But, you know, when you have friends in the group, that's the way it always works. Trust me, guys, that's the way everybody always did it in the old days. Maybe didn't seem right, but, you know, that's why it paid to be nice to people, because it would get you in sooner. If you saved some guy's life in an earlier group, he'd be like, oh, yeah, that guy's cool, let's get him in sooner. And it would actually happen that way. So it just it pays to be nice. It pays to help other people out. And again, guys, if you enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel, and we greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure to leave those comments down below. And if you guys want to say anything before we head out.
No,
This
no
guy's-
punting.
And come check us out on Hydros Inc., guys. Me and my little brother make videos, and we'd love to have you.
Again, guys, thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.
Subscribe.